Sometimes the hardest moments in life are not punishments. They are directions. They push us away from small places so we can discover bigger ones. Today's story carries a powerful lesson about faith, patience, and trust. So stay with us till the end, because this story may change the way you look at your struggles forever. Long ago, near the edge of a quiet town, there lived a brown dog named Jasper. He was not a strong hunting dog. He was not fast like the racing dogs in the city. He was small, thin, and ordinary. But Jasper had a gentle heart. Every morning, Jasper lived behind a tiny bakery owned by an old baker named Mr. Walter. The bakery smelled of warm bread and sweet cinnamon. Mr. Walter was kind to Jasper. Every night, he placed scraps of bread and small pieces of meat near the back door. For Jasper, life felt safe. He slept beside the warm brick wall behind the bakery. During winter, the ovens kept him warm. During rainy days, the roof protected him from storms. He watched people laugh and carry fresh bread home to their families. Children often stopped to pet him. Jasper believed this small corner of the town would always be his home. And why would he think otherwise? Nothing had changed for years. Every evening, Jasper curled beside the bakery window and listened to the peaceful sounds of the town. The soft footsteps, the ringing bicycle bells, the quiet music from nearby homes. He felt lucky. Sometimes he looked at the stars and thought, life is simple, life is good. But life does not ask permission before it changes. One cold morning, Jasper woke to strange noises. Men were standing outside the bakery. They carried wooden boards and heavy tools. Mr. Walter stood beside them with tired eyes. Jasper wagged his tail and walked toward him, expecting a gentle pat on the head. But Mr. Walter only knelt down sadly. He stroked Jasper softly and whispered, "I am sorry, old friend. The bakery is closing." Jasper did not understand the words, but he understood the sadness. That evening, the ovens did not burn. The warm smell of bread disappeared. The lights stayed dark. The next morning, the doors were locked forever. Jasper waited outside all day. He thought Mr. Walter would come back, but no one came. Days passed. Rain fell heavily. Without the warm ovens, the nights became freezing cold. Jasper searched through empty streets for food. Sometimes he found small scraps near garbage bins. Sometimes he found nothing at all. The children stopped visiting because there was no bakery anymore. The town that once felt warm now felt empty. Jasper sat near the locked bakery every evening, staring at the silent door. His safe world had disappeared. One night, as thunder rolled across the sky, Jasper lay shivering beneath a bench. His stomach hurt from hunger. His paws were muddy and sore. He looked toward the dark sky as if asking, "Why did this happen? What did I do wrong?" No answer came, only cold rain. For many days, Jasper wandered through unfamiliar streets. He walked near markets, parks, and alleyways. Sometimes people chased him away. Sometimes larger dogs growled at him. Fear slowly entered his heart. The world no longer felt safe. One afternoon, Jasper found shelter beneath an old bridge outside the town. There he met another dog named Riley. Riley was older. His fur was gray around the face, and one ear was torn. But his eyes were calm and wise. Riley noticed Jasper trembling. "You are far from home," Riley said gently. Jasper lowered his head. "I lost everything," he replied. "The bakery closed. I have nowhere to go now." Riley sat beside him quietly for a moment. Then he said, "Sometimes losing a place is how life leads us to a better one." Jasper shook his head. "That cannot be true. The bakery was perfect. I was happy there." Riley smiled softly. "You were comfortable there," he said. "But comfort and destiny are not always the same thing." Jasper did not fully understand. That night, Riley shared part of his food with him. It was not much, but it was enough to ease the hunger. The next morning, Riley said, "Come with me." "Where?" Jasper asked. "To somewhere you have never seen." Jasper hesitated. The town behind him still held memories. Part of him wanted to stay near the bakery forever, waiting for life to become what it used to be. But another part of him was tired of pain. So he followed Riley. The journey was long. They crossed muddy paths and narrow hills. They walked through forests where cold winds moved through the trees like whispers. Sometimes Jasper wanted to quit. Sometimes his paws hurt so badly that he could barely continue. One evening, he asked Riley, "How do you keep walking when life becomes difficult?" Riley looked ahead and answered, "Because stopping in pain guarantees suffering, but moving forward creates possibility." Those words stayed inside Jasper's heart. Days later, they reached the edge of a wide green valley. Jasper stopped in amazement. Before him stretched open fields filled with flowers. A clear river sparkled under the sunlight. Tall trees offered shade and safety. Birds sang from the branches. And in the middle of the valley stood a large animal sanctuary cared for by kind people. Dogs ran freely across the grass. Some played with children. Others rested peacefully in warm shelters. Jasper had never seen anything so beautiful. A woman named Eleanor worked there. She noticed Jasper immediately. She walked slowly toward him and knelt down. Unlike others who ignored stray dogs, her eyes were filled with kindness. "Well, hello there," she whispered gently. Jasper felt something strange. Safety. Real safety. Not the temporary safety of a bakery wall. Not the fragile comfort of routine. But true care. Eleanor gave him clean water and warm food. She washed the mud from his fur and wrapped him in a soft blanket. That night, Jasper slept peacefully for the first time in many weeks. No rain, no fear, no hunger, only warmth. As days passed, Jasper slowly changed. His body grew stronger. His fur became healthy again. He played with other dogs near the river. Children laughed while throwing balls for him to chase. One little boy named Noah became especially attached to him. Every morning, Noah ran toward Jasper shouting happily, "There's my best friend." Jasper's tail wagged harder than ever before. And one evening, while watching the sunset beside the valley river, Jasper suddenly remembered the bakery. At first, sadness touched his heart. But then he realized something important. If the bakery had never closed, he would never have left the town. If life had not broken his comfort, he would never have found the valley. If the pain had not pushed him forward, he would never have discovered a life greater than the one he lost. Tears filled his eyes as he understood the truth. The ending he feared had actually been a beginning. Friends, this story carries a lesson for all of us. Sometimes life closes doors we desperately wanted to keep open. We lose jobs. We lose relationships. We lose plans we worked hard to build. And in those moments, we feel abandoned. We ask, why would God allow this to happen? But often, we cannot see the full picture while standing inside the pain. Jasper thought the bakery was the best life possible because it was all he knew. But beyond his small world existed a beautiful valley waiting for him. Many times, God removes us from comfortable places because our future cannot grow there. Comfort can become a cage. Pain can become a path. Loss can become direction. The closing bakery felt cruel to Jasper. But without that loss, he would never have discovered love, freedom, friendship, and a better life. That is why we must never lose faith during difficult seasons. Just because you cannot understand the plan today does not mean there is no plan. Sometimes the chapter that breaks your heart is the chapter that leads you to your destiny. So, if your life feels uncertain right now, keep moving, keep believing, keep trusting. Your valley may still be ahead of you. And one day, just like Jasper, you may look back at the pain that once broke you and whisper softly, "Now I understand." If this story touched your heart, take a moment to like this video and share it with someone who may be struggling right now. And subscribe to the channel for more powerful stories about hope, faith, and life lessons. Remember this always. Never doubt God's plan. Even closed doors can lead you home.